Have you ever looked at the moon and thought, I wonder if you can steal that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this loophole is all it takes to steal the moon. Stealing the moon is a little more complex than running off with it. It requires some crafty abuse of United Nations legislation. So, let's dive in. Question: do you identify as a person or as a nation-state? Because only nation-states are prohibited from claiming the moon. See where the loophole is? All you have to do is claim the moon as your personal property. Just one short tangent about Dennis Hope, the guy who owns the moon. So strap in, because this life story is a bit of a roller coaster. In the 80s, divorced, bankrupt, and unemployed, Dennis had to get smart. He figured landlords make money, so to be a landlord, he just needed some land. It's free real estate. He read the Outer Space Treaty, including that loophole about individuals claiming cosmic territory. Hurriedly sent a letter to the United Nations claiming the moon, which he never heard back from, so he assumed all was good and got to selling. He has now sold roughly $12 million American dollars worth of the lunar surface. There's just one problem. None of this is legally recognized. He hasn't actually stolen the moon. He just says he owns it, and no authority cares enough to tell him he doesn't. We can do better. Here is the next piece of the puzzle, and before I give the whole scheme away, see if you can't figure out where this is going. The UN's General Assembly, the collection of Earth's national voices. This forum has the power to change international laws, like the Outer Space Treaty. This is where the plan gets going, folks. To change a law through this assembly, you need a 2/3 majority vote of support. And as we're identifying as individuals, not nation-states, we can't just turn up with 128 of us and overwhelm the assembly with our vote. Except we can. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the loophole in United Nations law. Let me walk you through it. What's the smallest a nation needs to be to enter the General Assembly? Surprisingly, the UN encourages nations of all sizes to participate. The General Assembly doors are wide open. So the tactic here is 128 micronations to distort the vote. But there's one last obstacle to overcome. Just like Dennis Hope claiming the moon and not being taken seriously, you can't claim independence and expect the UN to notice. The UN is picky about recognizing the nationhood of micronations, which is okay because I have the cheat sheet. To do this, you just need to find 128 communities or cultures with historical land ties and a history of colonial suppression. i.e., you need to respectfully seek the help of a pile of victimized indigenous cultures. My personal recommendation is Australia. With these few tips, and any you folks leave in the comments, I'll leave the finesse of 128 legal agreements to any aspiring lunar landowners. Once that's done, go barreling into the General Assembly with your supporters, overwhelm a vote that changes the Outer Space Treaty to permit exclusively you to assert a claim over the lunar surface. And congratulations, you're the Lord of the Lunar Surface. You did it. Why not subscribe?